What's up, everybody? This is Seth from the end of the video. I realized that I never told anybody to subscribe, like, dislike, comment, all those things. Whatever you want to do, turn the notification bell on. I know these are all things that YouTubers do. I'm kind of new to YouTube, but if you like it, you hate it, you want to comment, you want to say something completely unrelated, then go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I post a video, and let me know what other songs you want me to hear me play. I really appreciate it. It helps out the YouTube algorithm, and I'll make sure to keep posting consistently for you guys because I love you so much. You've shown me so much support across TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff like that. You don't want to hear me talk anymore, so we're going to get into the tutorial. All right. Well, we just went through the REQUINTO of Hasta la Muerte by Eslabon Armado, and now I'm going to kind of walk you through it. So if you're wondering why my guitar sounds different than yours, because it probably does, it's because I'm tuned down a whole step. Now, what that means is if I put a capo here, right, on the second fret, which is each of these frets is a half step, right? If I put my capo on the second fret, that's moving this, the nut as they call it, the nut up 2 frets, right? So this probably sounds just like your guitar. Right? Now, I just make my guitar a little deeper, kind of extend the range of it a little bit by taking the capo off and tuning it down a whole step, so now it sounds like this. Right? So with the capo, or no, yeah, with the capo, without. We're going to get into the REQUINTO here a little bit. The way I like to teach REQUINTOs is by putting everything into tiny little packets and then piecing them all together, right? Little pieces at a time, and then just match them all up. If you can learn these little bites, right, these little phrases that you naturally hear in your head, and then put them together, you got the REQUINTO down. It's super easy. Notice, first of all, I'm going to put tabs on the screen that are showing the fret to play in standard tuning, but I obviously will be playing in Re or D tuning, down a whole step. So my fingers will always be 2 frets above wherever yours are at. Where this song starts for me, I'm on the 13th and 14th fret, right? 13, 14. Y'all are going to be 11, 10. Now if I play it, it's going to sound deeper, right? But if you put your fingers, right, do it right now. Put your fingers right here. Pointer finger on the 11th fret. That's one up from this double dotted one, right? And then your middle finger, the next string up, the B string, on the 12th fret. That's the double dotted fret. And play them together. It should sound like this, right? But it doesn't because you're in standard tuning and I'm in D tuning. Go ahead and look at the tabs on the screen. If you're in standard tuning, it'll tell you exactly what fret to play. If you're tuning to Re or D tuning, right, down a whole step, you probably already know all this stuff already, and you'll be able to pick this up pretty easily. Here's what we're doing. We're sliding up. That's going to be our first phrase, right? I got the tabs on the screen, right? Probably where my face is at. Right around here, I'd assume. Or maybe here on the right. I don't know. I'll figure it out in post, right? Post-production, baby. All right, so here we go. The first little phrase, right? I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking in these videos because that's going to take me forever to edit this. And, I'm here to just put out content, and I'll help the best I can. Now, so the first phrase, I will play it slowly, and I'll do this throughout the entire video. I'll play it slowly twice, and then I'll play it normal speed, right? So, and obviously you can read along with the tabs on the side. Here's the first phrase. So now, on to the second phrase. It's very similar to the first one, but instead of stepping up in the end of the first phrase, how we did, we're going to go, right, we'll be stepping down. So, first 2 times, slow, and then the second time, full speed. Now, moving on to the third part. This one's kind of cool. This thing's when things start going up into our guitar now. So what you'll do is, right, because we ended right here. Go ahead and just slide up from there. We're gonna go nice and slow. Right? That's a little tricky piece right there. Don't miss that. It's important. That's the third phrase. Moving on to the fourth. So that part, I know it kind of went a little fast. It's moving pretty quickly there. All you're doing a little hammer on. So now here's where the hammer on comes in, right? You're only hitting it one time with your fingers, with the pick. All right, so, and then we're just stepping up the scale. One more time, just for the heck of it, right? We're just gonna do one more. There you go. It's all within these frets, right? Cool, awesome. Now, these next four little parts are extremely similar to what we've already done, right? We're just moving it into these middle strings, right? Instead of being down here. Cool little trick you can learn is if you go back 3 frets, 1, 2, 3, and you go up into those middle frets, you're at the same chord. So we just finished with this. We're gonna jump right over to these middle strings, and we're gonna play this next little piece, nice and slow. Notice how it's exactly the same as what we did the first time, except in the first time, when we got down, we hit this little note right here. Right? Where in this time, when we get there, we're not gonna pull that finger up, right? Because it's not in the scale. It don't sound right. Right? We'd have to put that pinky down, right? Now, first of all, it's kind of hard to stretch over and grab that. And second of all, I don't think I actually even heard them do that in the song. So that first phrase, I'm gonna play one more time slow for y'all and then full speed. The exact same step up, right? Now, doing it full speed. Now, moving on to the second part of this low note area, all right? And we're back to doing this little step down now. It's the exact same thing we did up here. Right, we just moved it up to the middle strings. And there you go. Now, the third part of this, we're almost done. I promise, we're almost done. The third part. The exact same thing that we did on the high strings, right? We're gonna do one more time. There you go. Full speed. Now, this next part's a little tricky. Gets a little soulful here, right? Now we're going up and down the pentatonic scale, having a little fun. Now, if it's too difficult, you should grow up and practice more. So I'm gonna go through it nice and slow for you, and then I'm gonna go full speed. So hopefully you've been following along and reading the tabs, and this has been somewhat helpful for you. I'm not going to go into the chords. So I decided I might as well teach you how to play it in standard tuning as well as in Re. So first of all, in standard, I put my capo on the 2nd fret, right, because I am in Re tuning. So now just imagine this, right? This is standard tuning. This is what a standard tuning guitar looks and sounds like, right? Don't worry about the capo. Don't even look at it. All right, so what we're doing, we are playing originally this chord right here, a little E minor chord, right? I'm gonna play it differently in Re, and you'll see how it sounds. I think it sounds so much better. So, like, it fits the song so much better, but we're just gonna do this, right? This is how I've heard it, this is how I hear it being played in the song, but I think they also have 2 guitars playing 2 different chords at the same time. So, what we start off with, right? We're gonna put our ring finger on the D string, right? Third string from the top on the second fret. Your middle finger is going to go on the G string, right? Fourth string from the top, or third from the bottom, whatever way you want to count. First fret. And all these frets I'm saying are relative to my capo, right? You'll see the diagram. It'll show you exactly where you're putting your fingers. Right? We're just hitting this little E type chord, right? Notice how that doesn't really sound like the song, but that is what they're playing. That is what one of the guitars is playing. It don't really sound right, right? Just tune your guitar in Ray. It's so much better. Okay, whatever. If you're in standard, look up a YouTube video how to tune in Ray. I'll make a video. I'll make a freaking video. All right, I'll tell you how to do it. Moving on. Right, we're gonna jump from here to this major seventh chord. We're barring, right? We're gonna bar the second fret. And we're making this little triangle shape with our fingers, right? So the ring finger is going to be here on the fourth fret on the D string. Middle finger, the string below that, on the third fret. So one fret behind. The last one, you got your pinky finger on the same fret as your middle finger. No. Your pinky finger's on the strings. Your pinky finger's on the same fret as your ring finger, but you're on the B string. Right? Because you got your pointer finger barring on that second fret, you have a major seventh chord. Now, this is your bass, right? Your pointer finger is your bass. And now this high E doesn't really matter. So if you suck at barring chords, right? If you're not good at it, first of all, grow up and get good at it. But we're not there yet. If you're not there, you're not there yet. You'll practice. I know you will. You'll practice. But this is your bass line, right? Just get this pointer finger rocking up in here on your E and your A string, right? So here we go. You got your major seventh. Now what you're going to do, I've only heard this a couple times in the song. It's not super important, but if you want to, advance the chords a little bit and get a little bit more flavorful, what you can do is after hitting this little major seventh chord, we're going to drop back to this second fret, right? We're going to start with our middle finger on the A string, right below the E, right? Lowest string, it's the second from the top. Pointer finger, first fret, right there, on the string below it. And this next string, on your G string here, you're going to put your ring finger, and then pinky finger on the B string. And that's your little transitional chord, right? So we're going here. It's going to sound so much better when I tell you how to do it in Ray. So right now what we have is this. Alright, my opinion, it doesn't fit the vibe. And the way you fit the vibe is taking this dang capo off, right? Or tuning your guitar from standard to Ray. It's just becoming, dude, the channel's slowly becoming just advertising for tuning into D or Ray, right? Down a whole 2 steps, I'm telling you. Whatever. Alright, so we still have the same chord shape, right? And we still have this same chord shape, right? But where this becomes absolutely freaking magical is when you put your pointer finger here on the second fret. We are tuned into Ray now. If you're at standard, that's just too bad, man. Learn how to freaking play in Ray. It's the exact same. It's just your guitar's just down 2 frets. Everything's just shifted, right? It gives you more possibilities, right? You can play in Ray if you play in standard. You just have to tune your guitar in Ray. Moving on. Okay, so the magical chord, which Eslabon Armado, they use it in so many different songs. I don't even know what it is. It's like a something ninth. I don't even know what it is. It's a something ninth chord, maybe. I could be wrong. But what we're going to do, we are currently in Ray, right? Pointer finger or thumb. I choose the pointer finger because I can mute the string below it. So what we're doing, E string on the top, right? Now, ring finger is going to be on that third string from the top. Fourth string from the top, which is just the next string in the sequence. Pinky finger. Now watch this. This middle finger, it's got to sneak down here onto that B string, right? The second from the bottom, right? Or call it the fifth from the top. Ooh, right? Now we're getting mysterious. Now, so hear me out. We have this chord now, right? You will be switching between this chord and that same major 7th chord that we had earlier. But we're going to also throw that little passing chord in there when we're going from this major 7th down to that 9th something, 13th, added 11, minor flat 7th, sus2. Now, what I would suggest, if you're going to play it this way, freaking lay into that freaking low note. It's going to sound so good with that Baja Loche hitting the same exact note like 2 octaves below or a whole octave. You get what I'm saying? It just sounds so much more nostalgic. Shout out the album, Nostalgia. I think that's what it's called, right? I'm so out of the mix, bro. I like the music, man. I'm just out of the loop. I don't know this stuff. Those are the chords. I got diagrams up here the whole time. If you didn't know what those were, it's literally your fret. You should see a number on the bottom, right? And that's telling you what fret to play. And it gives you little dots on exactly what finger to put down and where. So, guys, that's it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around at the end of the video. Shout out to Earthworks Audio. They're freaking amazing. Nick, I love you so much. You've literally sent me the greatest mics. I got actual, like, specific guitar mics, too. But everything I have, the guitars that I have, the D'Angelico, the Takamine, the audio interface, literally everything I use, even capos and picks and strings. Dude, I'll give you my picks. How about that? I'll just ship you my picks because I have way too many. But all the stuff that I use and I endorse, right? I don't like telling people to buy things I've never used before. So these are all things that I personally use all the time. The D'Angelico, if you've seen my latest videos, it's my new favorite guitar. I freaking can't stop playing it, right? The Takamine's wonderful. Takamine's a great brand. It's a great guitar. The D'Angelico just freaking, it's the one. Okay, so if you'd like any of that stuff, links to that, all that are in the description. And also, of course, if you do buy something for those links, they are affiliate links. I will get a kickback. I think it's like 2% or something like that. So if you buy this D'Angelico, this freaking beautiful mommy right here, I'll get like $7. It's a $350 guitar, so that's 350 times 2, $7 about ish. Maybe, or maybe I'll get nothing. But hey, if you do want to buy something, use my links. If not, you don't want to buy anything, then just keep coming back here, keep learning more, give me more suggestions. I'm glad to help out, and I absolutely love you guys, man. Seriously, every single one of you, all the support you guys have given me, I couldn't thank you enough. Thank you so much. I love you. Okay. All right, with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next video.